Hi friends, it's Peggy from Pretty Paper Cards. I've been having some technical difficulties and I hope we're live. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it again. I had to go in and out several times, so let me check. We're live. Yay! Okay, are you there? I'm so sorry about that. It shows that I am live and that we are connected, and maybe some of you dropped off, but I'm going to just start again because that's what we're going to do. And I see, let me just check one more thing. Okay, Roz, there you are. Excellent. Yeah. Hilda, hello again. I don't know, it dropped the connection. You know, what can I say? Hello, Linda from Pennsylvania. Good to see you. Hello, all of you. Tina, Minda, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Shirley and Vicky, good to see all of you guys. Well, Ellie is long gone. My husband came home while I was having difficulties, and she's gone in with him. He brought home food. Vicky's still in Delaware. Oh my goodness sakes. Kay, good to see you. I haven't seen you here before. Kay Wurr, good to see you. Are you a card maker? Let us know. We like to know. I'm glad we're on. That just stressed me out there for a minute. Okay, there's my husband coming in. I thought he was already in. Oh, gosh, what a busy day. We've already been out and back, and he had to go again, and so I have a fun card for you today. I have stuff to show you. And Dicena, I see that you're just watching. I know you haven't commented, but I see you there. So thank you all for popping on. I have beautiful, beautiful cards that I've received that I want to show you. I have gotten so many gorgeous birthday cards. Oh, you're from Wisconsin. Okay, Kay. Let us know what the weather is in Wisconsin. I'm not on YouTube. I am. I got back on there, Renee, because Kay is on. My whole system dropped out. Try it. Give it a try again, because it says I'm on both. But then again, what do I know? Who knows? But we're going to go with what we've got. As long as we're live somewhere, I'm thankful. And I will definitely repost it on YouTube if it isn't live right now. But I need to share. There she is, Karen. You're on YouTube and it's working fine, huh? I surprised you, Dicena. I know. I have one of my devices tells me who's watching. Just on Facebook. I don't see it on YouTube unless you announce yourself, but Facebook does tell me. So welcome, welcome. YouTube is working now. Okay, good. Shirley, good. Shirley is a new member of my team. Yay, welcome, Shirley. So happy to have you, and thank you for watching. Okay, I have to show you these birthday cards because I know you're going to be inspired by them as I have been, and they are by many of you. So this one is from one of my customers, Cherie, and Cherie lives near me, and I just love that card. Look at those presents. Look at those gifts. I love it. Thank you, Cherie. Okay, there's so many gorgeous cards. This is from Michelle Eaton, who, yes, congratulations, Shirley. Look at that, you guys. She has used, I believe, Wink of Stella to make that so sparkly. Isn't that beautiful? I just want, oh, okay, Blustery 47. Wow. Wow, wow. We're in the low 80s here, but yeah, that's Wisconsin. I hope you're wrapped up and warm. Okay, so again, from Michelle Eaton, isn't that gorgeous? I just want you guys to just enjoy these cards. She's colored it, and I believe it's Wink of Stella that she's put all over it. It's so sparkly. This one is from one of my downline, Lori. And I love this. I'm going to try to do this for us. All of you probably know how to do it already, but I don't. And so I'm just going to show you that. I think it would be fun for us to make together. Isn't that beautiful? Just, I mean, you guys are so talented. This card is from my downline and dear friend, Sue Moore. Isn't that beautiful? I love that girl. And I saved the best for last. Renee sent me a card that is absolutely over the top, you guys. It is a large square. Shirley, high 80s in Austin. Okay. Yes, Texas is more similar to us in San Diego. This is from Renee Parisi. You guys, let me see if I can get it really in the camera so you can see. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. And it's a shaker card. Up here, there's shaker stuff. Can you hear that? Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? Renee, I am blown away by this. I just want you all to appreciate how amazing you all are. Oh, a fan card, or are you talking about the one that opened up, Shirley, is a fan fold or a curtain fold? Okay, excellent. Isn't this amazing? I just want you guys to enjoy each other because you are all amazing, and I thank you each one for the cards that you've sent and the goodies that you've sent. And this is from Roz, and I'm just so enjoying it. I use it every single day, and so sweet. So thank you all. So let's turn you down because I have some stuff to show you. I haven't even tested this because we were so having all those issues. So let's see if we can get it a little better here, maybe. Okay, there we go. Well, I want to say happy Wednesday and happy free shipping day. Demonstrators, customers, everybody gets free shipping today through Friday, 3 days only. Orders of $75 and plus and above before tax. You have to take the tax off, and then it has to be $75 or more. Free shipping, you can't beat it. Get those Christmas supplies, holiday card supplies, grab them now during free shipping. And to shop with me, prettypapercards.com/shop. It's super easy. Pop on there and get your free shipping. Today, tomorrow, or Friday, okay? And then I want to say again, and this is what Shirley couldn't resist, right, Shirley? You can't resist this joining special, this starter kit special. You have 2 different options. For $35, you can get the starter kit, and it will contain $125 worth of product of your choice, so you get to choose it yourself. And yes, the advent box, Renee's giving us some little secrets to her beautiful card. Anyway, this special starter kit deal only lasts until the 31st of this month, and really normally it's $99. Now if you want more, you can spend $99 and get $189 worth of products. So that each of the choices is you get $90 in free product. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just don't want you to miss it. There's no obligation. You will be a demonstrator until April of next year, so you can buy everything at starting at 20% off until April of next year. And if you during that period, if you order $300 in product, you'll continue through the next quarter. So it's an amazing deal, and I would love to have you on my team. We have so much fun, my sweet stampers. In fact, right now, in my mind only, I'm planning a little Christmas party. So we have a lot of fun. And then the last reminder is this is the advent calendar that Renee was mentioning that she used some things from on her card. The 12 days of crafting advent calendar. It's a 12-day thing, and I can open it because all the little boxes are empty. I've taken everything out. But even the little boxes are so cute. Look at that. You just open each little box, and it's filled with goodies that are exclusive, not seen anywhere else. And who is that? Louise, good to see you. Thanks for popping on. They're exclusive, will never be sold any other way. It's a wonderful gift for yourself or for someone else, or you could share it with another stamping friend. Dr. Robin and I have shared this, and we split everything, and it worked out fine. We both had lots of fun making cards and everything. And I have some cards to show you. We each made 4 cards, and here are the cards that I made. I've shown them before, but I like to show them because they're so cute. Let me see if I can get them all in the camera. There we go. It's not Christmas product. It's beautiful, more like springtime product, but it's really year-round product. And it comes with a stamp set, 2 sets of dies, paper, gems, everything you want. And it would be a wonderful gift for yourself. This is a little envelope I made, covering the envelope flap with some of the paper. So don't miss out on this fabulous deal. And if you order it from me in my shop for free, I will send you a set of 8 tutorials, 4 that I made and 4 that Dr. Robin made, about showing you how to make these cards detail step by step. And she had 4 that she made. So Jeanne, good to see you. Ruth, good to see you. So I don't want you to miss that fabulous offer. And it's just a lovely gift. So are you ready to start making today's card? Oh, I know, they're beautiful, Jeanne. Gorgeous colors. I love them. She's saying she loves all of these colors. And of course, I love them because they're pink. Who can resist? These little guys are so cute. They're little kind of rubbery guys. And there's flowers, bows, more flowers. There's a cupcake. You get these little, those little labels. You get baker's twine. It's so much fun. Okay, I digress. So today we're going to use, it's a sneak peek day. We're going to use, Susan, good to see you. We're going to use new product that's coming out November 5th, unless you're a demonstrator and you can pre-order it right now. And we're going to use some things with the Brush with Beauty suite. I used it last week. In fact, I used it last Wednesday. Our card for last Wednesday, that's the prize that I'm going to award today, was made with this suite. Absolutely, well, Shirley, you can, but Shirley's a new demonstrator. You want to save your 20%. You order for yourself through your own demo ID, and I will help you with that. You want to order from yourself, my dear. Let's talk, okay? Okay, so the Brushed with Beauty suite is one of the new online exclusives going live on November 5th. Here is most of the paper. I've been using some of it. Here's the back. Yes, I had the back shown here. We're going to use this one today. These are just, look at that. I've used up all of that, I think, or I don't know where the rest of that is. Because I've been just having so much fun. I love this one. This is the one I used on that card I just showed you. Another beautiful floral. And we're going to use this today. It goes with very vanilla and basic beige. Look at how pretty these are, you guys. They're gorgeous papers. And, all right, now let's look at some of the products. I'm going to show you a bundle that we're going to use today, and it's part of this suite, Brushed with Beauty suite. This is the Words of Beauty photopolymer stamp set. Now, this is the new way that our stamps come in these tall plastic folders, and here are the stamps. and they come with, and what I've been doing is just taking the stamp off to use it and putting the plastic back on, so I keep it just like this, and it sits, then you put it back in your folder. Now, there's some new storage solutions, and we talked about these a week ago, I think it was last week, or maybe Friday, but Stampin' Storage has come out with some magnets and some different storage options. And here are the dies that go with this set, the Words of Beauty dies. And we're going to use a couple of these today. So I need to order some of those, and I'll show you how those new magnet cards work when I get them. Okay, so we're going to use that bundle. Then we're going to use today the Petals of Beauty dies, just the dies. And I have the dies pulled out that I'm using. So new stuff, you guys. It's so much fun. I love new stuff. I hope you love new stuff too. So the card we're going to make is this card. I can't even tell you how many thank you cards I need. I needed birthday thank you cards, and I needed thank you cards for the different sympathy things that people sent us because of the death of my mother-in-law. So I have just needed, and plus I send thank you notes to my customers. I need so many thank you notes. So I decided to make a thank you note today to show off all these pretty products. And I used this paper and I combined it with Real Red just because, you know, we're kind of in the Christmas spirit. We're working up to the Christmas spirit because we're, as card makers, we have to make our cards in advance. We have to be ready for Thanksgiving and December and even Halloween, which is coming up very soon. So we're going to start with a card base that is, I love to make this particular shape card. It's 11 by 4 1/4, and I've already pre-scored it at 5 1/2. So this is our card base. Let me go ahead and fold it. Now I'm going to get my glasses on here. And I'll show you how to make this card. You can make it with any paper and any stamps and dies, but I'm just featuring these today to show you how to make this card. So I think it's fun to have a card that opens this way because that isn't that common. Now we're going to use a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to then put on top of it a piece of this beautiful designer series paper that is 3 3/4, and I thought I had one cut to that. That's pretty close. Oh, I know. I remember the issue. What I wanted to do is I just want to use a thin border. So I'm only going to go back 1/8 of an inch. So this is 5 1/4. I'm going to go back 1/8 of an inch to 5 1/8. And I'm going to cut this piece at 5 1/8. And then this is 4 inches, and I'm going to go back 1/8 of an inch, so 3 7/8, and this is exactly 3 7/8. Okay, so then I'm going to add a piece of this paper, which I really like, and this is going to be, I'm going to go this way, and it's going to be 1 1/2 by 4 1/8. Is it going to be 4 1/8? I want it to be exactly what this one was. What was this? Oh no, 3 7/8. Okay, 3 7/8. You have to watch me seriously because numbers, I have to work really hard at my numbers. Okay, so now we can go ahead and adhere all of this to get our cards started. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on the Mossy Meadow first so that I can move it about and get that real thin frame on there. I really like that. You know, sometimes we have a bigger frame around a designer series paper piece, but many times I just like the thin little, it's really 1/16 of an inch around all sides, but it just highlights it. Doesn't it just bring it to life when you put that little bit darker, very, very thin frame on there? And then we can go ahead and adhere this to the front of our card. And again, I'm using Very Vanilla because that's the color that's in this paper. This is Very Vanilla. I'm pretty sure it is. I just said that because it matched. Silly me. Let me look at my my thing here. Very Vanilla. Yes, this is where you find the colors, right in here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, and I could have saved paper and only had this one. I could have been an inch and a half shorter there, but I didn't want to. I'm just going to put this piece right on top of that. I think it just is a nice, I just think it looks kind of nice to break up all the flowers. It's a lot of flowers. And just to kind of center us a little more, I'm adding some stripes. And I think that just looks so nice as a base for almost anything that you would want to do on top. I just think that's a really nice base. Now we can do a little bit of die cutting. And I'm going to show you these dies. So these are from the, let me get them out again. Where did I put them? These are from the Words of Beauty dies. And what you get here, I'll show you. I don't really want to stick them back down. So you get the word just, and you get the word because, and you get the word die right here, which we're going to use today. You get a little bubble, I call it a bubble, that surrounds it. I'm not going to use that. And then you get another die that perfectly surrounds the stamp, because the stamp says because. And the same thing with the word just. And then you get these label dies that work with all these other little sentiments. So basically you're saying just because, and you have all of these little choices. So I took, I appreciate you. And then that stamp fits perfectly in this die down here. And the others fit in these dies. I love it when Stampin' Up! Does that for us because it makes our job so much easier. It's very, very convenient. So I'm going to cut the word because from a piece of real red cardstock. And we're just going to I'm using my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. If you don't have this, this would be a fabulous item to order during the free shipping days because it's so, I just love it. It's so convenient. Now what is happening here? Oh, I have this extra part sticking out that's preventing it from going. It's confusing my little cute little machine. Okay, there we go. And a little tip I always tell people, when you get and use your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, use the gray plate. You can see I have the gray plate under the two clear plates. And that makes everything run so much smoother. It's plate number 3, and then you put your two clear plates on. I don't know that that's what the directions say, because I remember having it not work as well as I wanted it to in the beginning. But as soon as I started using that gray plate, it was just perfect. So make sure to use your gray plate. Okay. And here's our word because. And we're just going to punch those little things out with our Take Your Pick tool. And let's see our word. There it is. And look at how beautifully that comes out. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, and now we're going to go on and cut a few other things while we're at it. One thing I want to cut is some leaves. I just thought it was nice to have some leaves. Where are my leaves? And these leaves are from the Petals of Beauty Dies. And I'm going to cut the leaves out of a piece of Very Vanilla. I just wanted a little something to add a little softness to the front of the card. Do you ever watch cooking shows? Yes, Roz, directions say use white plate, but the gray one works perfectly. So I always tell people that. So anyway, if you watch cooking shows, my husband and I watch a lot of cooking shows, and it says we're going to add this to the dish when they add an ingredient, and they say when we add this to the dish, it makes it, whatever. And so I was just thinking that we're adding our leaves to the dish, we're adding this to the card for a little softness. Sorry, I don't know. Just have cooking shows on my mind, I guess. We love cooking shows. And okay, we're going to do a little bit more die cutting in a minute. Actually, I guess we should do it now, but we have to do some stamping. So we're going to stamp, and I have quite a large piece here, and we're going to stamp our sentiment in real red ink, and this is the sentiment that goes with the word because, and it says, because I appreciate you. And I'm going to just put it right down here and use that die that came with this bundle to cut it real pretty. So I'm going to trim off this piece. I had an extra large piece. I just grabbed a scrap. Okay, now we can cut this, and I'll show you how beautifully this fits around this word, the words of the sentiment. Let's see if we can get that kind of even in there. I think that looks pretty good. We'll give it a try. The leaves die. I do too. I really like them. I can tell I'm going to use those leaves a lot. I feel like I want to get that just right in there. Okay, I don't know if it's perfect, but we're going to go for it. Okay, so again, these are sneak peeks. These items go live to customers on November 5th. But demonstrators can pre-order them now. And if you get the starter kit, you can order it in your starter kit. Alrighty. So another sneak peek of a thing I'm going to use. I don't really know why they're introducing doilies this early, because they definitely seem very Valentine-y. They're called Lovely Doilies, and they're red and pink. But I love doilies, and I have to use them because they're here. I just love doilies. And so I'm just going to use a little bit of a doily right under that. And I'm just going to trim that doily off, and I'll save the rest for another time. I'll use that for something. And then we're just going to adhere that right like that. Isn't that just going to be cute? So let's put a few dots of multi-purpose glue right on here so that we can glue that little doily onto the label. You see how I'm just putting tiny dots there, and that will hold it. And then we just put this right over it until it looks equal on both sides. See, it's not quite equal on both sides. Okay, that looks better. Doesn't that just make a sentiment cute? Just that little trim underneath. All right, now let's take a look at how we're going to put all these goodies on. So I want to put the leaf on this way. I want it to be right here, and I'm going to just curl the leaves just a tiny bit. A lot of companies are introducing their Valentine stuff now. Oh, maybe so husbands can buy them as Christmas gifts. I like it, Renee. I like it. What a good idea. Yeah, it kind of puzzled me, but I was thrilled. Excuse me, because I've missed doilies. I'm a real doily person. Love doilies, ribbons. Okay, so I'm just curling the leaves a little bit to give them a little more dimension, as we say. And now I'm going to go in and just add a dot of glue on these doilies, these leaves have a cut right there. You can see that little, the die cut them right there. So I don't want to put my glue under the cut mark because the glue might squeeze through. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on each side of that cut mark, but not on the top leaf because I like it to kind of be free, kind of pop up a little bit. And then just press these down, but because I've already curled them a bit, they'll stay curled and still look kind of cute, I think. All right, so that's in place. Now I'm going to put, okay, a little bit of doilies sneaking out there. Let's trim that. Okay, so now I'm going to put this right over the line here where the two papers meet. And I'm going to use, I thought I had my, where are my, hold on, please, excuse me. I just have to, I thought I had my dimensionals out here, but I guess I didn't. Okay, I'm going to use some little mini dimensionals on the back. And this will help also adhere the doily so it doesn't come off. And I'm going to just use 3. You could use full-size dimensionals. I think they would fit, but I don't want them to show out, so I'm just using the minis. And we're going to put that right across here. Okay, now the last thing we need to add is our word, because now there are some things we could have done with this. I could have used the adhesive sheets, but I never want to. And the reason is because once you set it down, you can't move it. It really sticks well. So again, I'm just using tiny dots of glue, and that way if I make a little mistake and get it a tiny bit crooked, I have a few seconds to straighten it out. So now we're going to put because right up in here, and we're just going to lay it right over. And see what I mean? I'm already moving it just a little bit. But if I had used the adhesive sheets, I wouldn't be able to. Pretty good, huh? Pretty cute. Now we're going to add some baker's twine. And you know, have you guys seen this? I've used it several times. This is it's called black and white and gold baker's twine. And I'm going to make a double bow. This baker's twine, I love it. I don't know if you can you see the gold through there? And I like to pull a lot for myself so that I have long tails there if I want to use them. So we're just going to get this up here, make our little bow. And sometimes I like to do a double bow, and in this case I wanted to because I thought it would be cute to have these two little loops there. And I'm going to adhere it right down here on my doily. And I'm going to use a little mini glue dot. I'm going to trim those little tails. Don't worry about those. I'm going to trim them in just a minute. But I want to place my bow first. So I'm going to put that right there. I want to try to get it so the bow doesn't disturb the writing, so you can still see the writing. I appreciate you. So we'll pull these loops down a little bit. Okay. And then we'll just trim. Just like that. And for a finish, we've got a couple finishing things, okay? We're going to use, these are the low profile sparkle dots. And these are pretty peacock, so they do not go with these colors. But this, I believe, is like old olive. And I think it looks pretty nice with this. And who doesn't like sparkles, right? So we'll just put a couple right here. One large one and one little baby one. get stuck on my finger now. Okay, there are 2. Okay, that looks kind of cute. And then maybe a little tiny one over to the corner of the sentiment. Right here. Uh-oh. Okay. It's moving about. Here we go. So there's our sparkly stuff. Now, just to finish off, because we like to have something on our envelope and on the inside of the card, what I'm going to do is use a little bit of this designer series paper. This one is pretty close to 4 1/4, and I'm going to cut in 2 1-inch strips. And definitely put the word prize if you like this card, because I'm going to be giving this away next week as a prize to everybody who puts the word prize. Okay, so I've got 2 1-inch strips here, and they're about 4 1/8 inch wide, and I'm going to put one inside the bottom of the card like this, just to kind of continue the theme of the card. So we'll put that right in there. And I just brought it back about 1/8 of an inch from, we know it's 4 1/4, so I cut it at 4 1/8 just so it doesn't overlap. So when you open your card, you'll have that little bit of pretty paper. And then the other one we can put right over here on our envelope as a little bit of trim for our envelope, just like this. And we'll just put this little guy right there. And there we go. Now our card is finished. I like it. I'm happy that I made another thank you card because I need so many. And I like the way the little leaves curl up. I was going to, brush them a little bit with a blending brush and maybe some Old Olive ink, but I decided to leave them the very vanilla because I think it looks pretty good that way. So, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you, Linda. So we're going to come back and I'm going to award the prize from last week. And as I mentioned, it's this pretty card that uses the same paper, just different colors. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. And the color here is Calypso Coral. And I think you could use a little Flirty Flamingo. I think we might have. So this card and the coordinating envelope, let me get that out. Here's the little coordinating envelope right there. And this goes to Louise Whitford. Louise, I saw you on here earlier. Congratulations. And I have your address. I checked before I came on. And I have your address. The designer series paper for all of this is the new one coming out November 5th. I think it's called Brushed with Beauty. Brushed with Beauty. And if you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. And if not, get the starter kit. And you can order it today in your starter kit. I would love to have you on my team. So, Louise, congratulations. I know she lives in New York. I will get this out to her. Congratulations, Louise. I like to give out my cards because I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you. Oh, there she is. Okay, Louise, congratulations. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll be back on Friday, the last day of free shipping. So don't miss out on that. It's a great deal. I doubt they would have free shipping again before Christmas. So if you need Christmas supplies, or you could tell your husband or kids, this is a good time to get my Christmas present because it's free shipping, definitely do that.